right, sports fans, let's get ready to rip.
Visiting the score, the Orno-Westonka Warriors. And the Cottage Bell. Championship bracket.
All right, here we go. Eden Prairie championship game. We got Doyle on the face-off, flanked by Dunavant, and I can't see who's at right wing. Face-off, one back by Westonka. Picked up by Doyle. She retreats behind the net. Coming around. Contact there. She goes down. And picked up and flung out of the zone. Doyle is still down after she got taken out hard there. No icing here. Down on the forecheck. As they look to battle along the half wall, it comes out. Up towards the blue line. Held by Gilman. Thrown back deep. And the puck goes around. Off the stick. Thrown towards the center. Off the side of the net. Zerbian on the forecheck. As Orno retreats. They couldn't hold it at the line. And it's thrown back in by Kendall. Looking to exit, but taken away by Ferguson. Piper comes around, carries it, goes around a defender, around a second defender. Had it roll off of her stick. She throws it off the backhand towards the corner. It's recovered there by Orno as they look to exit the zone. Challenge there. Held in by Zerby. As Orno retreats, looking to regroup and exit. Weaving around traffic, coming through center, holding at the line, and then thrown from outside. Shot, but I believe it was ruled offsides before that shot even left, so I don't think that would have counted. Neutral zone face-off here. Controlled by Cottage Grove, then challenged there by Orno. They battle along the wall here. It comes down to the dots, picked up there by Kendall. She carries it out of the zone, runs into Lundquist, and the puck comes out of the zone. Orno checks up there, looks to carry it back in, and thrown back down. Deflected at center. Rink-wide pass is deflected by Robinson. Comes up to the blue line as Orno looks to get it in. Cottage Grove clears the zone. Puck comes back. Picked up there by Kaylee. They battle along the wall here, and it comes up. Intercepted, but then carried out and stick check loose. It comes deep, thrown towards the net, and covered by Kira. So we'll get a face-off here in the Cottage Grove end. 10:27 to play in the first period. Doyle is back on the ice taking the face-off here. She wins it back cleanly. Picked up there and thrown up to the wing. Rink-wide pass. Donovan sent it down deep. Rings around, in on the forecheck here, challenged. Doyle picks it up, gathers, up to the point, backhanded, and then it comes out of the zone, which will force Cottage Grove to check up, which they're unable to do before Gilman sent it in. So we'll have an offsides face-off coming up here. Doyle on the face-off, wins it over towards Donovan, but it's picked up there by Orno. Donovan picks it up and carries it in. She goes backhand pass to the slot, shot low, deflected, didn't get through, and it does come out. Back towards center, picked up there and thrown up off the wall, ran into a player, and it comes towards the blue line but not in, as Orno looks to recover. Doyle with the poke check there. Vadnais picks it up and carries it in. Dangles, throws it low, sticked away by the goalie. Comes loose to the slot, being challenged there by, looks like that was Donovan challenging there. Doyle pinched it off along the wall here, thrown back in on net and paddled and covered for an offensive zone faceoff for Cottage Grove. Coming to the goalie's right, left zone draw. 9 minutes to play in the first period. 0-0 remains the score. Faceoff is down into the corner. Ferguson comes away with it. She chips it up towards the point where it's thrown towards the net and into the corner. Held along the wall and then out. Picked up there and thrown back in as it goes down into the corner. They battle there, two aside, looking to come away with possession. Chipped up towards the point, deflected there. Zerby got the shot on net. Goalie made the save, but gave up a rebound. And now Orno clears the zone, looking for a rink-wide pass, gets it up. Ferguson had her stick lifted on the back check there. As Orno comes in, they throw a bouncer towards the net, stick to the end boards by Kira. Picked up there, chipped up along the half wall, thrown towards the net, deflected forward. And now coming out, here comes Youngquist. And we get an offside whistle here. .7:55 to play in the first period. Robinson on the face-off. She wins it back, thrown deep. Orno looks to retrieve. Youngquist took it off the mask, pinching along the wall, and Orno looking to take it behind their net. Trapped back there, now looking to carry it out, stick handling through some defense, and it comes wide. Knocked off of her stick there on the poke check, and it comes back to center. Orno retreating, lost the puck, flipped up towards the blue line, picked up there by Lilly, couldn't dangle around the defender, and Orno looks to come back out with speed, up along the wall, sticked away by Gilman, chipped up towards the blue line but not out, and the puck bounces towards the circle where it's backhanded and then knocked back in by Orno. Still in the zone. A couple of attempts to clear it, has not cleared the zone yet. And the puck comes free. Skating towards the right circle, had the puck roll off of her stick while she was pressured. Puck goes around into the corner. Through some contact there and knocked out and down as Orno will go to retrieve. Arm is up. It will go down deep enough for an icing, and we come back down for a defensive zone draw to Kira's right. Offensive left zone draw, 6:32 to play in the first. Face-off, won by Cottage Grove. Carried down into the low slot, dangerous opportunity there, comes up high. Good deflection there as Vadnais closed the gap. Took one off of the stick, and they throw it back in, and we're not out of the zone yet. 6:15 to play. Good defensive play there. It's going to come back to center. Face-off, won by Orno. Back to the defense. Pressure on as Vadnais, Doyle in on the forecheck, along with Donovan. Puck comes off the wall to Donovan. She comes up to the line, held there, and then Doyle's looking to get possession. They battle at center. It goes deep and picked up behind the net by Kendall. She gathers it, rings it off the wall. Doyle had it chip up in the air, and then they're battling for the puck. It comes free up towards the blue line, but not out. Thrown off of the helmet there. It looked like that was Kendall again, or Kaylee, excuse me. Kaylee got that one. Doyle chips it off the end boards to herself, comes up with speed. She's looking, carrying it through, challenging, going end to end here, into the corner, centering pass. Good defense there by Orno as they look to counterattack. Coming up with some speed through center. Goes wide, shot wide of the net, off of the wall, and then out of the zone. In on the forecheck is Zerby. Vadnais also in on the forecheck. Picked up there by Seidelman, throws it down deep. From behind the red line though, so it will go down far enough for an icing. 4:44 to play in the first period. 0-0 remains the score. Face-off, controlled by Orno, saved by Kira. Rebound was cleared by Gilman, and then it comes free. Ferguson on the race for it, but it does go down far enough for icing, and we'll do it again. Face-off coming, won by Orno. Shot saved by Kira with the glove on a nice glove save. Good face-off win there. High hard shot into the glove. Face-off is down. Picked up by Ferguson. She carries it out. Stick handling through some traffic. Comes through center. And then throws it down deep off the end walls. Looks to retrieve. Thrown on net. Another shot. Saved by Orno. Another shot. Goes to the corner. Ferguson retrieves it there. Throws it off the backhand. Gilman challenging at the line. And the puck chipped up into the air. Into a body. Thrown towards the net. Off the end boards here. As Orno looks to retrieve. Ferguson chipped it up towards the blue line. Then kicked it. And gets it off of her skate. We've got a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Good pass. Oh, Zerby was ready for the one-timer and just missed on the shot. Couldn't quite connect. 3:37 as it's held at the line by Kaylee. She throws it back in deep. In on the forecheck there is Bailey. The puck comes to the wall. They battle to a side. Orno comes away with it. They retreat behind their net, looking for some space to make a clean exit. Up off the wall, held there by Kaylee, thrown back towards the center, chipped into the air, and then flung back out. And that will go down far enough for an icing with 3:04 to play in the first period. Back and forth action here. face-off coming. Robinson had it knocked down to the end wall. Orno looking to retrieve, had it chipped up into the air. They battle down there, and the puck comes loose, but it's picked up, taken behind the net, carried out. Looking for a cross-ice pass, tipped by Kaylee. Kendall gets called for tripping there as she went for the poke check and got the skates. So Orno's going to get the first opportunity of the power play. Kaylee went for a long poke check there and ended up getting the skates and took her down. 90 seconds of power play, 2:40 to remain in the first period. Face-off, controlled by the Wolfpack. They exit the zone, and then it's knocked back here towards center and cleared down, recovered by Orno. They look to gain some time and space, retreat behind their net because of the forecheck pressure. Good pressure there. Pass comes off of the wall. Donovan is all over the ice on the power play, or on the penalty kill here, harassing the puck carrier all over. And now they come back with numbers, looking to dangle, goes around a skater, around another, rebound, save, and fired up off the wall and out of the zone as Orno looks to regroup. They gain the blue line, shot wide, off the end boards, goes to the half wall, thrown in front but nobody home but defenders, looking for a clear, and it goes to the end line, retrieved there. The Wolfpack battling behind the net with Orno. Orno looking to take advantage of the power play. There's 18 seconds left. Got some tired skaters out there for the Wolfpack. Shot comes from the slot, rebound, and whacked up and out, and that will go far enough for an icing, but that does kill the penalty with 1:07 left to play in the first period. Face-off, won by the Wolfpack, back to the D. Looking for an exit. She passes it up past Ferguson. It bounces towards the blue line. Zerby in on the forecheck. Ferguson in on the forecheck. It bounces off the body, and they get an offsides as Cottage Grove hadn't cleared the zone, and it bounced back in off the rebound. 0-0 remains our score with 53.3 to play in the first. Face-off, controlled by Cottage Grove. Ferguson, they called that out of the zone, and so we'll do it again. 5 seconds have gone, 48.5, same face-off location. Neutral zone draw. Face-off, one back, and chipped in, but then it's picked up by Orno. They look to carry it out. Coming up the right side. Gummed up there. Zerby fires it off the end boards where it's lost and then thrown towards the net. Zerby regains possession. 25 seconds remaining. She looks to exit the zone. It bounces off the wall, comes towards center. Piper fires it off the wall to clear the zone. Orno was offsides, but they didn't call it. And they come down to the final 10 seconds. Zerby had that puck hit her, kept it in the zone. As it comes loose towards center, that should do it. End of the first period. 0-0 remains the score in a tightly contested first period. We'll take a quick break and come right back to you. And here we go. Second period faceoff is forthcoming. They drop it, and Orno wins it back to their D. They go up to the wing, chip it down deep. Looking for a centering pass. Stick to the corner there by Seidel. It comes back down deep behind the net. Seidel goes to retrieve. She looks to exit the zone, but had it bounce off of a skate on the attempted clearing pass. Now it comes free towards the dot. Picked up down low. Saved by Kira. And then Lily exits the zone. Held there, offsides play by Orno. Whistled here. We'll get a neutral zone faceoff on the far dot by the Cottage Grove blue line. 12:25 to play. Faceoff coming. Doyle on the dot. Won by Orno, but controlled by by Cottage Grove. Carried in by Doyle. She comes in, shoots high. Blocker save. Counterattack. Doyle hustles back on good back check pressure, forcing a chip in. And Cottage Grove is able to retrieve and reverse around. Up the boards, it goes over the stick and then thrown towards the net, but picked up there and chipped up ahead as Cottage Grove gains possession up towards Doyle. She goes around a defender, flips it off her backhand towards the low slot. Handled there. Doyle battling down low, gains possession, and then chips it up. Robinson. Johnson grabs it, fires a hard one, and scores! Woo! Kendall Johnson from distance. I don't think the goalie saw it until it was already past her. Good traffic in front, and that is a 1-0 lead for Cottage Grove with 11:29 to play in the first. Face-off down. Thrown deep by Orno as they look to go for a retrieval. Puck comes free. Here comes Doyle. She's got time and space and speed. In on a breakaway. Backhand and scores! Finley Doyle takes it coast to coast. Makes a lovely move, outweights the goaltender. Backhand. That is not the player you can give time and space to. What a play, what a goal. 2-0 Cottage Grove. Face-off coming. Ella on the face-off dot. Hits one back. Gilman chips it out off the blue line. Orno looking to carry it in, but possession is taken away. Carried there. Rink-wide pass. Piper throws it down low. Sticked it to the corner. Along the end boards, she looked to pass. Thrown back into the corner by the Orno defense. They look to exit. Held at the line by Gilman. She throws it down towards the net. And then picked up there. Piper threw it down low. It came off the side of the cage and behind. As Orno looks to counterattack. Gilman hustling back. Shot from distance goes wide. A second shot behind the net. As they look to exit, it's intercepted by Cottage Grove, who's content to fire one down on net. So it's no icing. Good play there as they get to change. Pressure down in the corner as Hendrickson battles, and the girls are getting chippy down there, letting them play. Some back and forth shoving. Puck is thrown down deep off the end walls. Under 10 minutes to play in the second period. Puck is reversed around by Orno. Coming to the wall and battling for it there is Bailey. She throws it back up. Shot from distance down into the area behind the net by Ferguson as they needed to get a change. And now Orno looking to counterattack here as they come through the middle. Gum up the works there. And now possession is gained. Pass up. Bailey picks it up. She looks to go rink wide, but nobody's home as Cottage Grove was changing. They throw the puck down deep again into the corner. Orno looking to retrieve. They fire it down the length. That will go down far enough for icing. And there's a door open at the back, which probably should be closed. And the ref noticed that, so we're gonna go ahead and get that door closed. That could have been interesting. No. I'm glad that was on an icing and not a face-off. Won by Cottage Grove, thrown on net. Stick to the corner here. It comes down behind the net as they battle in the corner. Orno looking to exit. Forecheck there. Looks like Doyle in on the forecheck. She goes into the corner, throws it up to Johnson at the point. She throws it wide of the net, and it goes into the corner once again. Up to Orno as they look to exit the zone. Stretch pass attempted, missed, and that's going to go down far enough for icing once again with 8:39 to play. Cottage Grove in the lead, 2-0 against Orno-Westonka Warriors. Face-off coming. One back. Picked up there. Kendall reverses, throws it towards the point, or towards the slot, excuse me. Comes down low. Orno carries it out. Ferguson on the back check. Thrown towards the net. Stick to the corner. Up along the wall. Battling there is Kaylee. She flips it up. Picked up there by Ferguson. Up towards the line, but not out. And then back in. And coming out with possession is Kendall. She takes it down deep. Centering pass. Piper had her stick checked as she went for that shot. Great defensive play by Orno. Sent that one up into the netting. Dangerous opportunity there. Good stick check into the netting. And we get an offensive zone faceoff. To the goalie's right, offensive left. Robinson on the dot. She is flanked by Bailey. Faceoff comes down behind the net. And they reverse, looking for some space, but good poke check there. Caused a turnover, centered down deep. Good defense there. Thrown towards the net, stick to the end boards there. Centering pass attempted. And now Orno's looking to exit again. Missed on the stretch pass. The race is on here. Puck comes up towards the half wall. Carried on the blue line there by Orno. Good job keeping it in. Thrown up towards the neutral zone. It bounces over a stick and towards the bench, past Gilman. Knocked off her stick there by Bailey. Thrown back deep into the corner. Orno loses possession there along the end wall. And it comes back to the corner again where their forward comes down to retrieve it and carries it out. Back check pressure there. Carrying the puck wide here is Vadnais, and she's looking to come back through. Carries it with some speed, fires it. Good pad save, kick to the wall there by the Orno goalie. Back down low, Vadnais has it now with a chance, gathers it, fired, and saved. .6:27 to play here in the second period. Face-off, won by Cottage Grove, thrown from the point. Nice save there by the goalie. Johnson fired it from the same spot she scored from before, but the goalie could see this one. It hit her right in the logo, and she trapped it well. No rebound, we'll repeat. Face-off coming. One back cleanly, Doyle. Fired again, blocker save there, rebound, and she made the second save off of the blocker, and then dropped down into the butterfly to deny the rebound. Two quick saves there from the Orno goalie. Doyle wins it again. Back to Johnson. They throw it wide, looking for a deflection play on the backside, just over Ferguson's stick. It comes up to the point. Thrown from distance, tipped. It's loose. She comes around behind the net, centered to the front. Down low, shot. And the net was off. Which they're not supposed to blow that dead when there is an offensive scoring opportunity, but they did, and so we'll do it again. 6 minutes left. Face-off won by Orno into the corner. She carries it behind, reverses. Good stick check there. Pinched off, and now they look to exit the zone, and they do. They get the puck deep, but it's picked up there by Kaylee. She comes up off the wall and carried out by Doyle. Had it knocked off her stick, backhanded up to Ferguson. She carries it in, fires a hard one, blockered up into the dasher there. Not sure if that was on net or not, but it was a good job by the goalie to make sure she knocked it high. Now they battle three aside along the wall. It comes free into center, backhanded, and then blocker down as Cottage Grove went for a change, and Orno looks to come back with the puck. They throw it down deep, bounces off the end wall behind the cage. Gilman goes to retrieve. She passes it up. Ferguson tipped it towards the blue line, but not out. Deflected into center, picked up there, chipped up out of the zone, forcing a retreat from Orno. It hits, they're offsides, and there's no, now there is a whistle. I think they're calling it offsides here. Yep, offsides. .4:45 to play, face-off. Comes back out of the zone as Orno looks to carry it back in. Gilman swept her stick and then gathered it and threw it towards the blue line, but not out. Now it does get out, chipped up past the defender there. As Lily comes in, gathers it, fires it hard, wired it over the crossbar. Puck comes towards the blue line, backhanded back in by Gilman. Now Orno is able to clear the zone, lost the handle at their own blue line. Good aggressive forecheck here by Cottage Grove. Orno passes it up and throws it down deep into the corner. Kaylee's gonna go grab it, and she throws it up towards the blue line, but it's intercepted. Now Cottage Grove intercepts it and forces a retrieval and a retreat from Orno. Orno skates back in, dangled around a defender, but had the stick check knock it off into the corner. Comes back up to the half wall. Picked up there, Orno fires one towards the net, but Gilman was there. Hammered back to the wall. Thrown up and comes free. Backhand free into the low slot, but it rolled off of the stick of an unmarked defender. We've got an arm up. Penalty coming on Cottage Grove for a hook. And now we get the call. I think we're going to get a hooking call here. And it looks like it was Gilman. Yep, Gilman going to the box. So we got 3:16 left and 4 skaters for Cottage Grove. Down 1. Puck cleared out, nice backhand. Doyle coming, this is gonna be another breakaway attempt, shorthanded. Good save from the Orno goalie. That one was wired for the upper 90s. She made a good stick save. It cost her her stick, but she's able to regroup. The puck is cleared back to center. Offsides play here from Orno is whistled, and they'll bring it back. 2:54 to play. They'll bring it back to center on this one. 1:09 left on the power play for Orno. Faceoff is down, won by Doyle. picked up, and she carries it in, fires it from distance, and in, up behind her, but it didn't go in, excuse me. It got through the goalie, but it didn't go far enough to cross the line, and a heads-up defender from Orno cleared it. Puck comes out. Doyle chipped it up off the stick. Orno looking to regroup. Poke check at neutral zone, but again by Doyle. Thrown back down deep. She throws it towards the net, covered by the goalie to get a stoppage. 33 seconds left on the power play here for Orno. And at this point, I think Cottage Grove has more shots on the power play, being shorthanded. Puck comes back, won by Ferguson. Down into the corner. Orno gathers the puck, looking to regroup. Good reversal there as she gains some space and comes out. Back check pressure coming. Dangles, fires it off the backhand, and gloved by Kira. 15 seconds remaining to play on the power play. 2 minutes left in the second period. Ferguson on the faceoff, had it won by Orno into the slot, picked up there, traffic in front, zone is cleared, now picked up here by Ferguson. She looks to dangle, but couldn't get it on the other side of the defender. Penalty is killed. Ferguson gathers it, couldn't get a shot away. Orno looking to counterattack. They come down with some speed, good back check pressure. Puck goes down into the corner where they battle two aside. It's picked up there, cleared by Kira, up to Ferguson. She throws it down deep, and that won't hit the net, so that will be an icing with 1:19 to play in the second period. We'll bring it back down. Cottage Grove controlling the pace of play and dictating the terms this period after a really back and forth first period. Face off down. Won by Orno, but controlled by Cottage Grove. And it comes out. Lily threw it off her backhand. And it comes now down off of the boards. Stalled at center and then shoved back down deep by Seidel. Picked up there by Orno. They go behind their net as we enter the final minute of play in the second period. They reverse back, looking to gain some space here. Coming up the outside. Through center, pinched off nicely, but she skates through the contact and gets behind. Shot wide. Picked up here, pass to the backside. Save, Kira on the rebound. She read that play beautifully. Now that should be a tripping call, but that's not going to happen. 27 seconds. Passed up, off the skate, comes in. Now we've got a breakaway opportunity. Shot saved by the glove there of the Orno goalie. Tried to go short side, nice glove save. 14.9 to play. We'll take it from the right face-off dot. 15 seconds, enough time to be dangerous. Doyle wins it back. Thrown on net and in! That is another goal from Johnson. Her second of the game off of that face-off play. That was a rocket, and she made no mistake there. Hard shot on a clean face-off win. Final 2 seconds, 1 second. That will end the second period as Cottage Grove will go into the third period with a 3-0 lead. I'm going to take a break, rest my voice. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back 13 minutes to play to seal this championship, but this Orno team is a good team and they're not gonna go quietly. Face off, one back. Puck comes into the defensive zone. Orno throws it down to the corner. Doyle picks it up there, has it roll off of her stick as they battle in the corner. It comes up on her stick and out, carrying it there. Good pass as they look to gather it down along behind. Takes it for a ride up to the point. Kaylee fires it, chipped. Save and rebound was there, but nobody home to take it. Thrown back up. And now here at center, they battle. Puck regained by Orno. Offsides play there, but they didn't call that one, as that right wing was offsides by about a foot or two, but that's all right. Puck comes on net to Kira. She gloves it to the corner. And now here comes Doyle with time and space. She's going hard, fires it, and shot, and goal! Oh! Now that one did get through the goalie and in, but the ref intended to blow it dead because he lost sight of it, and they wave it off, which by the letter of the rule is what he's supposed to do if he intended to blow the whistle. That was a quick whistle, but he did intend to blow it because he lost sight of it, so he did the right thing there and waved that off. Disagree with the judgment, but he made the right call as far as the rule is concerned. Face-off coming. Cottage Grove wins it back to the point. Seidel throws it towards the net. Chipped by an Orno defender. Almost chipped it past her own goalie there. Puck comes out. Up towards the line. And thrown deep into the corner. Backhand shot. And tipped wide. Picked up there. And out. As Lundqvist threw it rink wide. Ferguson throws it deep off the end boards. Challenge there by Lundqvist. Ferguson in battling along the half wall. It comes up to the blue line and out. Gilman couldn't hold it there. Her D partner comes back and grabs it as they throw it towards the line and battle here. It goes in and picked up there. Robinson threw it towards the net, paddled down and then covered by the Orno goalie. .51 to play in the third period. Face-off coming, won by Orno. Behind the net, she's challenged, and the puck is stolen and then thrown towards the front, sticked aside by the goalie, and now it comes behind the net, picked up there as they look to carry it out, coming through the middle. 3-on-3 as they come back. Picked up there. Good back check pressure. Shoveled off the backhand there by Johnson. Shot from distance is blocked. It comes up towards the line and it's held in and then thrown back deep by Orno. Kaylee threw it up off the wall. It comes up to the point. The defense went rink wide, but nobody home other than a Cottage Grove defender. Puck comes up towards the wall, banked up and out, and it will go down, and it's retrieved by Orno. They look to get it up, stretch pass, but turned over. Fresh player off of the bench was Doyle. She comes around, went forehand, backhand, and just had it go wide. Puck down deep. Lily fired it hard. Rebound fired. Backhand shot into the corner. And again, as Orno looks to counterattack, thrown back towards center off the wall. Orno swept aside there by Lily. Now Cottage Grove taking their time, looking to exit. And Doyle chips it past the defender. Backhand pass to the low slot. Shot, save, glove save there. Good idea, good execution, good save by the goalie in the glove. 9:05 to play in the third period. Puck won back to the defense, thrown from distance, wide. Just missed Lily on a deflection, and the puck comes down deep. Backhanded there. Orno takes possession, goes down deep. Good back check pressure there by Finley, and it comes out. Lily in on it. She gathers it up and fires it up high, sticked in front, reverse down low. Now it comes free to the point, shot, save, rebound, cleared to the wall, thrown back down deep, chipped towards the net, fired up off the wall, picked up there as they come towards the blue line, and it goes back down deep. 8 minutes left in the third period. Rink-wide pass off the wall. Gilman waits for it, throws it down off the end boards. Retrieved there by Zerby. She doubles back up to the point, missed on the shot attempt, then ends up throwing it off the backhand into a player who was coming for a change. Turnover there. They're getting chippy down here as the puck comes down for an icing, and they'll bring it back down. Nothing remains the score with 7:36 to play. Cottage Grove is happy to just hem them into their defensive end and pressuring the puck all over the place. Orno wins the faceoff cleanly, back to their defense. They go behind the net, looking to exit the zone. She dangles through pressure and skates it up, looking to gain time and space. She's got some speed, but good poke check there by Kendall. She comes around, wraparound attempt. Saved there by Kira, and then it goes back to the end wall. And then thrown down deep. That will go down far enough, and it's on net, so the goalie plays it. She sweeps it to the side, and Lily was there to challenge it. And that play came out offsides, and they'll bring that back for a faceoff. 6:58 remaining in the third period. Cottage Grove up 3-0 and controlling play. Face-off coming, it's down, and it comes free to center. As they look to gather, it goes wide off the end boards. Picked up there. Doyle chips it up past the defender. Grabs it, goes behind, wraparound attempt. Goalie had her post. Doyle grabs the rebound, throws it back up to the point. It's thrown by the D, picked up in the low slot, shot, save. As now they look to dangle it out. Lost possession there, and it stays in. Now it goes into the benches, so we'll get another face-off here in the neutral zone with 6:14 to play. Face-off from the right circle. One back into the corner. Picked up there. Cottage Grove takes possession. Zerby up to the point. Kaylee battling. Orno picks it up. First shot. Good pass there. Wide. Behind. And they 4 attempts there and finally sneak one past Kira. So now we've got a 2-ball game with 5:47 to play. Face-off, won by Cottage Grove. Picked up there. Shot wide, off the wall. Thrown back in by Cottage Grove. Picked up here behind the net, battling there. Thrown in front. Good stick there by Gilman as she challenged. Orno has a player that has to get back, and now they do. She gathers it up. Shot wide. Off the wall. Back down deep. They look to center. Thrown towards center. It comes free, and it's going to exit the zone. Puck shoveled off the backhand towards the blue line. Orno looking to carry it back in. Good pressure there. Doyle comes in and grabs it, fires one high off the glove, recovers the rebound, throws it down, looking to bank one off of the goalie there. Picked up by Cottage Grove, thrown back down deep. They gather it along the wall and looking to start the cycle. It comes up to Doyle. She's checked there, fires it down deep. And Orno looking to carry it out. Offside, no, they wave them on sides. And counterattack coming here. Passing attempt on the centering was intercepted. Dangled around, held at the line there. Kaylee throws it from distance and gloved by Orno. .3:35 to play. 3-1 the score. Face off. Well, they got a whistle here. Timeout called by Orno. 3:33 to play. .333 to play. Offensive zone faceoff coming. Faceoff won by Orno. They look to bounce it up off the boards. It's held there by Gilman. Puck clears the zone. They get back on sides and throw it back in. Gilman tried to play it off the one-timer, had it come free. Zerby had it come off of her stick. Rink-wide pass, collected, and it goes into the corner. And off the wall on a hard pass there, up to the point, chipped out, and here comes Piper with an opportunity on an odd man, fires it on net. Blocker save there. They look for a counterattack, but it's held at the blue line and thrown back towards the net. Rink-wide pass. Check while she went to fire the puck was Doyle, and Orno looks to carry it back. Poke check, offsides play there. 2:31 to go. Face-off won by Cottage Grove, but it was controlled by Orno and thrown down deep. Banked up off of the wall, up towards the blue line, thrown down low, stick down, and it's picked up there and carried out by Kaylee. She flipped it up to Doyle, who goes around. Shot, another shot, save, 2 saves. Puck comes free to the end boards, and then coming back the other direction, but couldn't connect on the pass. It bounces off the wall, and it comes up towards the blue line, picked up there, and fired the length of the ice and wide for a face-off on an icing. And that gives Orno the opportunity to pull their goalie, which they will. Timeout taken by Cottage Grove, so they can get their strategy figured out for the empty net and 1:46 to play with a 2-goal margin. Face-off, won by Doyle. She carries it up. She's going to gain the line and fire it towards the empty net. It comes free into the corner. They look to win the race, throw it back down deep. Orno has 4 players down deep, looking to exit the zone. The net is empty, looking to carry it out, pinched off there by Doyle. It's still on this side of the center line, so anybody that gathers it is going to throw it towards the net, wide from Doyle with 1 minute and 13 seconds to play, 1:10. Now the puck goes down deep. 1 minute remaining. And they're going to call a tripping call on Cottage Grove as the puck goes down deep. And we'll bring it back down. So now we are going to be on a man down, 2 skaters short penalty kill with an empty net. Face-off comes back to the point. Controlled by Orno. She comes in. Picked up there. Carried it through center. Turned over there. And now they come back with it. Good sweep check. Saved by Kira. Now it's pin. Okay, thank you. They finally blow the whistle. Face-off was put down while they were changing players. Puck comes up towards the blue line and out, and it will get sent back down deep. Gilman will retrieve it there. She'll bring it back around, up towards the wall, down to the corner, thrown up towards the slot, picked up there, and that will do it. And Cottage Grove brings home the Eden Prairie Tournament Championship. Final score 3-1. And now they come up for the handshake line. Led by the goalies. Great game, two very good teams. We'll stay on to get the trophy presentation here.
Let's start by handing out the runner trophy to a coach and player from Orno.
And Orno takes back a second place trophy. The Cottage Grove captains get the trophy.
All right, that concludes the first ceremony. Bears will have 1 minute. The pictures and then they'll leave you clear the ice. And here we go. All right, thank you all very much. They're going to clear the ice, so we're going to end the stream. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.